Hello, this is Tim Law with Playing It Forward Coaching, always encouraging self-reliance. If you develop a marketable skill, chase that skill with a solid work ethic, always go the extra mile, develop some people and communication skills, you will be amazed at what you can accomplish in this country. And anyway, I'm here introducing my good friend Kevin Flynn, who just got an award. It's called the Chief Operating Officer Quality Leadership of the Year Award. So, Kevin, welcome. We've known each other for a long time up there in Lakewood, Pennsylvania, and good to see you.
Yeah, Tim, it's good to see you again. I'm sure you're getting the snow like we're getting it today. So we got a lot on the ground and still more coming today. So we'll see where that is going.
Yeah. So tell us about that, a little bit about that award there, Kevin, okay?
Yeah, sure, Tim. Thanks. We're a large construction engineering firm located out of Dallas, Texas. As we had mentioned before, we are about probably doing $15 billion worth of revenue a year. And we're doing projects literally from all across the globe. They're international, very prestigious company, well ran. And we actually have a lot of projects that are reviewed against company standards for either quality, safety, environmental compliance, financials. It's a pretty exhaustive process when we have a project that we get audited. So at the end of this project, about a year ago, we were audited by our group out of Poland. They are international, and they did a complete audit. And the audit was so successful, they only found two minor, and I mean minor things related to expense reports. I mean, they looked at, Tim, it was like a 3-day audit going through this aspect. Yeah, it was very, very involved. But when you set things up correctly and you have good people doing the work, that's where you get good results. You don't get good results by not doing the upfront work to get the project set up properly. So we went through the audit. We got feedback from. It was very rewarding for me. I mean, I'm older and a little bit closer to the end of my career, and we got feedback from the chief legal officer, the chief financial officer. It was highly publicized, even the COO of the company. So we were continuing on with other projects at the site. We had some new work as a result of this work that we had just completed. So we had gotten an email and said, we want to invite you to this annual conference for company awards. And there's a variety of them that they have for diversity, inclusion, equity, all those things are being evaluated. And then also we had the quality award. And then we were able to receive the Quality Leadership Award. And that's for every project that was ran in fiscal year 2022, Tim. And that was probably thousands of projects. So our project was really pretty impressive.
Sure.
We actually participated in a live meeting with the COO. We went through and talked about our project, and we're up against a significant amount of their projects, both domestically and internationally. And our project was deemed to be the best project ran within the company for fiscal year 2022. So you don't see a lot of these awards being handed out. Like I had said before, we probably were in competition with several thousand projects, I would say, probably, because they're just so busy. And that's both engineering and construction. And our project was unique because construction work, depending on how it's set up and how it's executed, can be difficult. And, there could be a lot of issues with safety or quality. But as we had spoke before, I have a young team, and we brought them in, and they were very integral in achieving this result. So it was very rewarding for us.
Let me ask you this, Kevin. How important, you brought up, the quality as far as these young people you brought in, how important is it that as far as these guys doing a lot of excellent quality work and preparation, that type of thing? How important were these guys, having that mindset?
Well, I think the thing that's good about it, Tim, our company really works on training people, and that's the key to being a highly successful person, is being skilled in your discipline. So all of our people that work on my projects. We have safety, like I said, we have quality, we have environmental compliance. Prior to any of the work being executed, they're kind of trained in that area. And then what they do, we have a set of things we need to accomplish every day and for the overall project. So what we end up doing is they are very integral to it. They're very motivated to get the work done properly because they're evaluated also by their bosses. It's a matrix organization, so we draw resources from each group. But these guys do great work, and the quality person I worked with on this job, it was her first full-time quality role. And she's just one of those people that I mentioned before. She's younger, but she just hit it out of the park, Tim. It took each day as a challenge to do the work properly, document it properly, and then basically have the results presented. But a lot of people kind of get frustrated by the fact that things are difficult, but that just really gives you an opportunity to excel if you can overcome any hurdles that you may encounter during the delivery of the work.
Sure.
So,
No, it makes a lot of sense.
yeah, I mean, it's been, like I said, it's been very exciting. That was our first project at that site. We have subsequently, Tim, done about five other projects, and we're talking probably in the area of not quite $100 million yet, but in the 60 to $80 million range of work. So it's been highly profitable. We're recognized as one of the higher performing teams in the company. The client actually called us the gold standard for safety and for remediation construction, which is my line of work. So you don't get that when you hear from the client and they're saying that to you. That's a pretty good stamp of approval, and it just validates all the things you try and do as a manager of people to kind of keep them motivated, kind of give them the alignment and the training they need, and then just be involved with them. You don't step away. You engage as much as you need to. If there's questions, you get them answered. You don't kind of, let that stuff ride out because problems don't get better with age, right? They probably get worse. So,
Sure. Well, the other thing I wanted to bring up, Kevin, and we just kind of shifting this a little bit, is how important was the the work ethic you grew up under up there on the dairy farm in Lakewood, Pennsylvania, Northeast PA. How important was that to you, going forward with your job and career?
yeah, I think it is very important, Tim, because you always look for prime examples in your life of people that you can look at as mentors or coaches, right? They're people that kind of help guide you, set you on the direction you want to go. And for me, we experienced hard work when we were young. I mean, we're talking 8, 10 years old, working with my mom and dad at the farm. So that was physical labor. My dad did a lot of the planning and we did the execution of the work. But there was things like you could see, like they showed me by example. Every day was a day to accomplish something. It wasn't a day to take a day off or hang out or watch TV. Every day was a day that you had to produce something. So going into the corporate world, it's just so much easier. I mean, as long as you have a pretty good background and a work ethic, you always want to learn, right? So I actually was able to excel in that area. And to me, it was never hard work. I was being paid to use my mind, right? And that's much easier than using your back and your arms to make a living in general. I mean, you could probably do it for longer and make more money at it, but the background you receive as a child or, as you're growing up, if you have strong mentors, the people that really set the bar for you and it kind of give you the expectations. This is the standard. You need to achieve that standard.
Sure.
It's transferable to any activity you want to pursue,
Yeah, totally agree. Well, Kevin, this has been great. Any last second thoughts here?
No, I think it's great for me and the team. We're having another celebration right after St. Patty's Day, and that's the celebration of and all this work was accomplished at high levels of quality and financial performance. The topper for me, really, the thing that really is, we're proud of all of it, but we've produced over 150,000 safe work hours with no OSHA recordals or incidents.
Wow.
And this is that I will say these are some difficult sites. issues with odor control, air monitoring. We're working with excavators, bulldozers, cranes, all sorts of different things. And I'm telling you, our people, I've done a lot to get them promoted, making sure that they're recognized, because you want to continue to do a good job. But the bottom line is somebody's got to pick the ball up sometimes and say, these people need to be recognized. And that's what we've done also. But
Sure.
It's been a great experience. I really, for me, like I said, I'll probably work another year or two. But the bottom line is it's very rewarding and very satisfying to accomplish this. It's not something that's you got it's a corporate award. And this company, like I said, is a huge company, a lot of competition. But when you practice your trade well and you know your trade well, you can achieve some outstanding results without question.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'd be remiss if I didn't share with you our mutual love for the Green Bay Packers. I see you got a couple things behind you there as far as the Packers are concerned. And they had a great run this year, considering that the youngest team since 1975. So a quick Packer wrap up here, Kevin, and I'll catch you on the other side here.
Yeah, I think the thing for me, Tim, I think it's very interesting. You look at, as an example, Aaron Rodgers, supremely talented, but I don't think he's a leader, and I don't think he's a person that's good at forming teams. He basically was running the team, and I think they had enough. They had said, you know what? We're willing to bring a younger person in who's done his homework, paid his dues, and we're going to give him a shot. You know what? We can stay with Aaron Rodgers. We know what we got, but who's to say the person coming in wouldn't be better? And he's got a long ways to go, but it was exciting to see, like you said, young guys not knowing they can't win. They figured out a way to win, and they played great. You know, it was very interesting and a lot of fun to watch them play this year.
Sure, sure. Well, Kevin, this has been wonderful. Can you hang on once I stop this recording, please?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Kevin.
Oh, thanks, Tim.